6:30 on.
We are backstage at the Alabama Theater. That's right, down south. It's theaters. This is the RV Daily Report. My name is John DePietro. I am, as I said, backstage at the Alabama Theater, and I'm talking with our very special guests.
At the theatre.
That's right.
Theatre. Even though you're in the South, it's still it's still the theater. I see it because I was raised in the South, John. So but if you slow it down, it would be the theatre if we want to sound proper.
Okay.
Even in the South, but yeah, the Alabama Theater. Right
now that we know where we are, tell us who you are.
Right, my name is Greg Rolls. I'm the MC and featured entertainer here at the Alabama Theater, and have been for the last 10 seasons. Yes, 10 seasons.
You were just like right out of high school.
Right, thanks, John. Yeah, this is my 31st year of entertaining professionally. I've been doing this ever since I was a kid, and I can't think of a place that I'd rather be, especially being a dad, a husband of 17 years, a great place to settle down and still be able to do what I love to do for a living.
Let's do one thing here. Okay. Because we're an RV publication, I just heard something very interesting, and the reason we're down here is because we're checking the facilities out, the attractions, the entertainment in the Myrtle Beach area. And I'm told that you actually are an RVer yourself.
This is how crazy it is. My RV is plugged into the theater. I keep it here at the theater a lot of times because sometimes the hours get long with rehearsals and those type of things. So I actually use the RV as a getaway. It's my apartment. I can go over there and I can go inside there and work on music, whether it be for here or for church, just to have some alone time, some me time.
Alone time. Okay. Yeah. Now, as far as the theater is concerned, the facility is concerned, I know when I parked our RV tonight that it is RV friendly. There's tons and tons of free parking.
Yeah.
And you're not going to get hemmed in like in a downtown facility. But tell us a little bit about what's in the surrounding area, and then I want to talk about the show.
Okay. Well, because we do facilitate so many buses that come into the theater all year long, we actually have spaces that are designated for longer vehicles up to 45 foot. So whether you've got a small RV with a trailer or you've got a large motor coach, even with a trailer attached, we can accommodate that as well. So we've got plenty of ample parking, no matter what type of vehicle you're driving. Okay.
And as we record this interview, we're preparing for the Christmas show, which is actually it's after Christmas and it's just in its last week.
We're in our last week of the Christmas show. Yeah, the show that you're gonna see tonight, John, you and your family. This show was written in March. We start actually rehearsing. I'm rehearsing Christmas lyrics in May and June.
Right, and it's cool when it's 90 degrees out and you're coming in. and you're trying to get
the air conditioner down at your house. You find a dark room and put on some lights and try to get in the spirit. And then we actually hit the stage in August, the latter part of August. The dancers hit the stage, but we were talking about production earlier off camera. All the production people are getting some of those little aspects of the show together in June and July because there's so many small pieces of the show that it takes to get everything up and running by the time you hit the middle of October, and that's when we start doing marathon rehearsals because we're not only rehearsing during the day, but we're actually performing our regular show, which is the show, at night.
Yep.
So we're here morning, noon, and night. And then the very first November 2nd, November 3rd, we hit the ground running with the Christmas show, and we do the equivalent of 3 months worth of shows in 2 months.
Okay.
So we do a lot of shows.
Now, let's dispel the rumor about showbiz where you just show up and you're on, you're doing 75 to 95 minutes, and then you're off at a fancy restaurant where everything is free. It's not the case with you, is it?
No, we when the show does get up and running, it does make it a little bit easier. Like I said, the Christmas show is a little bit more hectic than the regular show, but most days we're in here by 5:30, 6 o'clock, and we're out by 11. So with that being said, we're still getting to do stuff that we love. I mean,
getting paid.
I've been doing this for a long time. I love my job. So 5 or 6 hours out of my day to do what I love to do is certainly not a job. It's a lot of fun. And the cool thing is that people that are coming here, they're coming to be entertained. They're coming already with smiles on their face. We don't have to work very hard after that curtain's open to keep that smile there.
And with the Christmas show, it's kind of like everybody's here for the same reason as opposed to other times of the year when one person is into this kind of country or this kind of music, or one person wants to see the dancers. Christmas is kind of special, is it not?
It's special because they're here to celebrate the reason for the season. If they're not already in the spirit, I guarantee you we're going to put them in the spirit by the time they leave.
Now, when the Christmas show is not performing, which is the other 10 months of the year, you've got a very unique situation in that you get to do your work, but you, unlike so many people in this industry who get on a bus, drive 6 hours to another city, wake up, not know where they are, go into a strange hotel, and whether it's a Marriott or a Ritz-Carlton or a Comfort Inn.
For many years I did that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell us about that,
Yeah,
part of your career.
Well, I grew up playing in a family band with my mom, my dad, my brother, my cousin, my aunt. We played the animal circuit, the Elks Lodge, Eagles Lodge, Moose Lodge. We did that from the time I was 13 until the time I was 24. Moved to Nashville, Tennessee, because I auditioned at the Kennedy Center for Opryland, which is now defunct. It's gone away. The Opryland Show Park, this prestigious place that a lot of us on the stage got our start.
Which is now a mall, right?
Which is now, sadly enough, a mall.
Outlet mall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was there for a year and auditioned for Ed McMahon's Star Search. I thought I was going to be on for 1 week. I ended up on there for 9 weeks and won Male Vocalist of the Year for 94, 95.
No, that wasn't. No, what you want to call it? Sawyer Brown has already come and gone.
That's right. They've come and gone on that show, and it just happened to be my year. So that opened up a lot of doors for me. Colonel Tom Parker happened to be watching in his living room. Colonel Tom Parker flew Brandy and I out. I could give you the whole 9 yards, but anyway, Colonel Tom got me my first agency gig, and I was, 1 year I'm playing the Moose Lodges, the next year I'm on the roster with Willie Nelson, Waylon Jennings, and Bill Monroe and the Bluegrass Boys, and Mark Chestnut, and Laurie. Anyway, enough of that stuff. It was a great thrill for me, and got to play the Grand Ole Opry a couple dozen times as a solo artist, and that was the pinnacle of every country performer's career, and playing every casino back and forth across the Dust Bowl circuit, playing the county fairs, those type of things too. So getting to play somewhere like this venue, the Alabama Theater, John, it's just incredible because
sleep in your own bed.
I get to go home every night, and my wife now knows who I am. She's gotten to know me over the last 10 years, and I get to take my kids to school in the morning. I get to pick them up in the afternoon. I've got a lot of extra time, and I'm living at the beach. So I'm a mile from the ocean.
Yep.
So I trailered my boat behind the RV a lot and traveled to different parks, different RV parks right here in Myrtle Beach. Great place. Okay. Great place for.
So you live here. You live here, and you camp right in your own
vacation here
in your own area.
Yeah. What happens? There are a few different large RV parks.
Yep.
And the great thing, again, in my situation is that I can go and park at one of these RV parks for 2 weeks at a shot. The kids are on vacation. Daddy comes in to do a show every night, and I just go back to the RV.